Hello everyone, Lord Victorino here, and what I'm about to show you is a new added feature to the Merlin board that is in the prototype stages still to work with the DEXTER system. The last feature was it allowed you to swap between games and Laserdisc image file by holding the action button and left for 4 seconds during the demo, and then you could switch between each game. What they decided to do, due to reaction from the public on that, is people were asking, well, it would be kind of cool if you could rotate through the demos also to show that the game is like a multi-game that can play these 3 different games, you know, games of Dragon's Lair, different games of Space Ace, different games of, and the one game of Dragon's Lair 2E. So that's kind of what they did. So I'm just going to turn this on and show you. So it's now booting up. And this video is going to be a little bit long because I want it to run its course. Now what it does is it will boot up in whatever the default game is. Right now it's Dragon's Lair and the F2 ROMs. And then what it should do is play that demo twice and then move on to each of the other demos. It will go to Dragon's Lair 2E and then finally Space Ace. Now as it goes through the 3 different games and rotates back again, you can play the game at any time on whatever it showed, which is going to be Dragon's Lair, the original F2 ROMs, DL2E, and then Space Ace A3 ROMs. But you still are able to do the thing where you hold down the action button and press left for 4 seconds on any demo and select what game you want, and then it will automatically go to that demo, and then while it's playing you can crank it up and play at any time. Then what it will do is it will continue to play that demo after the fact, but then start switching back to the rotation where we'll go to Dragon's Lair, Space Ace, you know, Dragon's Lair, DL2E, and then Space Ace again.
Dragon's Lair, a fantasy adventure where you become a valiant.
So as you can see, it's showing Dragon's Lair once again. And at any time, if I wanted to crank it up, I could play a game. There's no problem, you know. But when it switches to the next demo, it actually switches over to the next game as well. But like I said, during each demo, if you hold down the action and left for 4 seconds, you can bring up that menu that makes you where you can select any game you want in any, you know, type of game, like DLE Prototype, and Space Ace E, you know.
Dragon's Lair, Time Warp.
And as you can see, it's now playing the demo for DL2E. And if I crank it up right now, I can play that actual game. I, at first, didn't know how I was going to feel about this kind of setup. But I have to admit, after watching it for a while, it is quite refreshing to see it switch over each time. You know, so I really believe this is a really great feature. Oh, and I should also mention that this will be an optional thing. You can have this on or off depending on a dip switch that's on the board. Which means it will either be where it'll have it rotate, or it will stay at whatever your default is, and then whatever you played last, like if you switch to another game, it will stay with that until you switch it again, you know. And it will just keep playing the same demo of the same game over until somebody switches to a different game by themselves. So this is optional. This will be like a dip switch. So that way, you know, you can decide if you want it this way, which seemed to be the consensus that most people thought, you know, you should have a demo thing that could play, you know, at least the demo of the 3 different games that you can play on it, you know,
Time Warp,
and have it rotate through, and so they decided to try to do that, you know. And this is what they came up with, which I have to admit I really am impressed with, you know. It's always the little details that really make something, you know, from good to great. And these little things, I think, is really making this Merlin / Dexter system, you know. But like I said, this is still in the prototype stages. These are still testing it out, adding features one by one, because we need to make sure that each feature doesn't, you know, take away from the previous features or causes problems in the game, like bugs and etc. And also is worth it for the system. And you know, so that's why it's still, you know, working. But each new thing, once it fits that criteria, it's just getting better and better.
Space Ace.
And there we are. Space Ace.
Truth on the planet Earth. Ace is being attacked by the evil Commander Borg.
Hold your fire. It's that creep.
So if I credit it now, I can play a game of Space Ace now.
No way, Borg, old buddy.
Oh! Ah, I've been hit! By the Infanto Ray.
Struggle with Dexter to regain his manhood. Destroy the Infanto Ray. Defeat the evil Borg.
Hey, Borg. Come on, Kimberly, let's go. I've been hit.
Ah!
Be valiant, Space Warrior. The fate of Earth is in your hands.
I keep calling it demo, but basically it's the attraction mode. But you know, you can call it whatever you want. But you know, and I think the reason they decided to run it 2 times is because that's what it is. It's an attraction mode. The idea is it's supposed to get your attention. Then the person's supposed to come over and say, "Hey, that looks cool." And then you want to run more than once, you know, a second time, or during the second time you want them to play another if they want to play that particular game, or just watch it go through its thing. So you know.
By the Infanto Ray.
Which I believe is the right call. I think it's really cool to show the attract mode twice each time and then to rotate through. I think that's I wouldn't change that at all.
Come on, Kimberly, let's go. I've been hit.
Be valiant, Space Warrior. The fate of Earth is in your hands.
So it really makes the game into a completely interchangeable multi-game system, and with each new feature it just makes it better and better. Just gives it that real feel. And as you can see, it's back to Dragon's Lair once again. I think this is really cool. I like this a lot. I mean, I wasn't sure how I'd feel about it, because hearing about it I was like, oh, does it really need it? I don't know. Might be confusing. But you know, after seeing it in action, man, I don't see it any other way now. You know, it's a whole lot different when you finally get to see it for yourself, and that's why I'm making this video, to show you what it would be like. You know, so that is really cool. And just to show you, well, you know, that's all I have. I'll talk to you later. You know, hopefully you enjoyed this video. Take care. Bye-bye.